It makes you feel like you don't look as well as you think you should.
People don't respect you as much.
The most devastating thing that's probably ever happened to me.
It makes you feel bad.
It was devastating.
It's not good for your job.
You kind of lose your femininity.
Going through that change, I felt less than myself.
I was devastated.
I wasn't glamorous. I wasn't pretty. I wasn't finished.
I feel like a different person.
I definitely see that I get more of a reaction from women.
I feel like I'm 27, 28 years old again.
Even my kids say, "Mommy, you look so different.
My family especially, they were like amazed.
You look amazing." I feel glamorous.
There is a solution, and that's having hair by Alternatives.
So many products out there that are nothing like this product. It will blow you away.
If you are suffering with thinning hair or even major hair loss, stay tuned. The next few minutes could change your life. JA Alternatives will transform your hair loss problem into the perfect hair solution. No empty promises, no drugs, no surgery, and no bad toupee clubs. Just all natural, beautiful hair. Finally, a new way to get your hair back and begin feeling like yourself again. One phone call will bring you one step closer to a whole new you. Welcome to a brand new era of technology and artistry. JA Alternatives, the fine art of hair replacement. Call now.
EHK is a product that was created by Erwin H. Kupitz exclusively for JA Alternatives. Erwin is an artisan. He literally has worked on every famous star in Hollywood, and now he designs exclusively for JA Alternatives. And when people ask me, what's the difference between EHK and any other hair replacement, I answer in one word: everything. From the materials we use, to the hair quality, to the coloring, to the densities, and most importantly, easy to handle for the client.
Growing up, I had thick hair, and I didn't start losing my hair, until a few years ago. So I look at myself, and I just couldn't picture myself without hair, and it just wasn't an option. But the problem is, you don't see options out there. People don't know about it. They just think, okay, I'm losing my hair. All I could do is just shave it off. I feel like a different person. I feel like I'm 27, 28 years old again. I don't have to wear a hat like I used to. I wouldn't go swimming in the summertime. Just a happier, more confident person. It's all about confidence. Going out, meeting new people. Confidence is, most important. And you're not giving that person, the eye contact. You're looking down at their shoulder when you're talking. It makes a big difference. What's really important to me is eye contact with other people. And as I started losing my hair, couldn't give that eye contact anymore. I was looking down, constantly thinking about, if they're looking at my head. And now it's just conversations are better. I have more confidence. I enjoy going out and meeting new people now. That's the best part about it. It feels like it's my own hair. I work out 5 days a week, running, sweating, do tons of swimming, hike a lot. I don't have to worry about wearing a hat, which is really important to me.
We're here with Jonathan, and he's one of our younger clients, and I wanted to talk a little bit about Jonathan's style. Again, very trendy look, short hair. We do this with a buzzer. We do a little scissor over comb work for blending. Take a look at that crown. Nicely cropped crown, and of course, real important is his profile. Again, we've got him up to a little bit of a faux hawk, and if you take a look at the hairlines, again, they're perfect. Let's hear from our younger clients who chose not to shave their heads because they liked the way they looked with hair. They simply needed more of it. Let's hear their stories.
Losing my hair at a young age, in my early 20s, was very difficult. I felt like my hair was a part of me. Going through that change, I felt less than myself. For a while, I thought there was no way out, I thought that shaving my head or wearing a hat was going to be the answer. Now that I have this hair, I definitely see that I get more of a reaction from women. For sure, I get more of a reaction from people. Definitely gives me confidence being out, makes me feel more complete. I'm a very active guy. I train mixed martial arts and I bodybuild, and it does not get in the way of my routines.
Anthony's hair is as dark brown as you can go, and that's exceptionally difficult to work with on cameras because if you look very, very close, we show off the hairline, and a lot of people don't. I mean, I'm just running my hands through it, and who could not? I mean, you want to run your hands through hair like this. It's so beautiful. Now, we're going to come back in a few minutes and take a look at another style that we've designed for Anthony. And we're back with Anthony with a completely different look. As you can see, we've cut Anthony's hair a little bit shorter, cropped it, actually gave him a little lower hairline, and I think it works. If you're a man and you lose your hair, it's incredibly upsetting. But if you're a woman and you lose your hair, it's devastating. It's life-altering. I can tell you from years of working with women with hair loss, they often tell me they feel that they've lost their femininity. They don't feel attractive anymore. Well, we have solutions and we can help.
The devastation of losing your hair, especially if you're conscious of how you look and your appearance is important to you, which has been all my life. I've always been this kind of person who is very concerned about how they look. It was devastating. Days and nights of screaming and crying to myself and then of not knowing what to do and not wanting to wear a full wig. I was just searching out for answers. And that's when I knew I had to do something about it. To me, it was like winning the $1 million lottery. It's like I have now my new toy, you know, my new diamond ring, but I have my hair. You feel brand new, you feel reinvented, or you somewhat feel like you did when you were a few years younger. I feel young, I feel finished, I feel glamorous. I always wanted to look feminine. I wanted to be sharp, fashionable, but always feminine. Not having the hair to finish my frame, I wasn't glamorous. I wasn't pretty. I wasn't finished. And so now I have my crown on my head and I feel glamorous.
It's important that you make the right choice at the right time in your life. And Carmel Ann, actually, you
I
have.
have made the right choice. Yes, I have.
And
Yes,
she's
I
happy.
have.
We love
Yes,
her.
I have.
To lose your hair as a woman is devastating. But to lose your hair as a young teenage girl is both frightening and horrifying. Let's meet Samantha. She came to us at 15 years old. Let's hear Samantha's story in her own words.
I was 15 when I started losing my hair, and I didn't really notice it at first. My mom did, so she would always bring up, like, fix your hair, fix your hair. And then once I saw in the mirror that my front of my hair was thinner and thinner, it was devastating. Girls use their hair for absolutely everything, like to flirt, whatever. You don't realize how much you use your hair until you're losing your hair. Coming to JA, like after this awful experience, was just like I had my hair again. Like I had this awesome like personality booster of being myself again, because JA just makes this process so much easier. No one there has a sad look on their face. It's always like a fun, upbeat place. The technician is extremely important. I think that she's there to basically be your guidance counselor, to be your hairdresser, and to be your #1 support system. I'm in college, so I like to wear my hair straight to school. Then I go to the gym. You can wear it up. You can curl your hair. I like to curl my hair for nighttime, so I'm very comfortable.
Now we're going to see a few other looks on Samantha. We're going to try something that's new, right? You're up
Yep.
for it? Mm-hmm. Great. Okay, we're going to give her some more choices. I'm back with Samantha, and this is what we call fantasy hair. I mean, look at it. It's lush, it's thick, it's long. What do you think?
This is my favorite hair. The color's perfect. The length I love.
You do.
It's perfect.
Okay, we have to spin her around because you just have to see this. It's really magnificent. I mean, this is extra long, extra full, extra gorgeous. You know, what can I say about it? It's kind of a little bit of a dream, isn't it? Come
Yes.
true. At JA Alternatives, we have a wonderful selection of products, really the best in the industry. But nothing is more important than the staff. You have caring people who absolutely understand what it's like to lose your hair and how important it is for you. Our staff is what makes this company great every day.
If you are suffering with thinning hair or even major hair loss, stay tuned. The next few minutes could change your life. JA Alternatives will transform your hair loss problem into the perfect hair solution. No empty promises, no drugs, no surgery, and no bad toupee clubs. Just all natural, beautiful hair. Finally, a new way to get your hair back and begin feeling like yourself again. One phone call will bring you one step closer to a whole new you. Welcome to a brand new era of technology and artistry. JA Alternatives, the fine art of hair replacement. Call now.
Interlink has been at JA Alternatives for over 10 years. And it's a product that almost didn't happen because I didn't believe that something this delicate, this natural could actually work. Interlink is a process by which we take one single strand of your own growing hair. And to that we join 4 strands of hair that we provide. Now this can increase your density by 400%. This is a product that's great for both men and women, people who are just beginning to lose their hair or people that just want a fuller, more natural look.
My wife was actually telling me that she could tell that I was starting to thin a little bit more back there. The idea of going for surgery and that kind of thing doesn't really appeal to me. When I heard about the Interlink technology, I said, well, maybe that's something that would work, and certainly I think it does. Really, the process was pretty simple. I just sat back in the chair and listened to my MP3 player or watched a DVD. My understanding is that she's just tying little pieces of hair onto my own hair, so it was really pretty easy. I needed something that I could get up early in the morning, take a shower, deal with it pretty quickly as if I was just combing my regular hair and be out the door. Interlink really worked for me.
Because my hair is fine, it just always felt like it was an issue. And, for him, he was worried about it when he was at work, but I was worried about it all the time. As soon as it's humid or anything, it just looks like I have no hair at all. It's very, very fine all the time. And it makes you self-conscious. You feel like something's wrong if your hair isn't nice and full and bouncy the way it's supposed to be. I don't have time to be spending an hour to get my hair looking the way I want it to look. Now that I have the Interlink, I'm actually able to do my hair quickly and get on with my day and be focused on that. Before I had it done, I'd be sitting there and they'd say, oh, we want to take a picture of the two of you together. And I'd go, oh, just take his picture, because I knew my hair was looking flat. And now that I have Interlink, I'm like, I want to be in the picture too. I love having Interlink. It just makes my life so much easier.
Losing my hair was like having an illness because you don't feel complete. I have a professional job that requires me to travel, and I have functions that I have to be at. And it was very, very embarrassing. Someone would take a picture of me, and it would be at an angle that my hair was not full. That shot came in, and when I got the picture, I told my husband, let's put this picture away. I'm not going to display this picture. It's awful. It's devastating for a woman to lose hair when you still feel young and full of life. Interlink was like getting my hair growth back immediately. Just by having a little over 1,000 strands, it was a miracle. And it's so natural. It's just perfect. It's just what I've been looking for. My husband thinks, oh, I love your new hairdo. And my coworkers are amazed. And it adds to my character. I feel more confident. I don't feel like less of a woman. Now that I have Interlink, I can look in the mirror and say, I'm back. I feel alive. And I think every woman should feel the same. The staff at JA is amazing. It was a wonderful experience coming in the door, from the receptionist to the salesperson to the courtesy that they all offer.
Interlink is a process by which we take one single strand of your own growing hair. And to that we join 4 strands of hair that we provide. Now this can increase your density by 400%.
Interlink has given me back my character, my personality, my appearance. And I am a beautiful woman, but did not feel beautiful without hair.
For a woman, at least for me, it's devastating losing your hair. You kind of lose your femininity. You know, use your hair for your sex appeal, I guess. Everywhere, even to take your children to the park, you know, I have to be covering up, you know, using those clips to put it on my head, or going to the gym and having to cover my head. I'm a pretty busy mom, just about 24/7, raising children, going on swimming practice and gymnastics practice. It's 24/7. They keep me very busy. Even my kids say, "Mommy, you look so different. You look amazing." Everybody's giving me compliments on how secure I feel about myself again. I go to the gym almost every day, and I sweat a lot on my head, and the Interlink, it stays on. It's part of you. I love it. I feel like $1,000,000. I feel as myself again.
If you are suffering with thinning hair or even major hair loss, stay tuned. The next few minutes could change your life. JA Alternatives will transform your hair loss problem into the perfect hair solution. No empty promises, no drugs, no surgery, and no bad toupee clubs. Just all natural, beautiful hair. Finally, a new way to get your hair back and begin feeling like yourself again. One phone call will bring you one step closer to a whole new you. Welcome to a brand new era of technology and artistry. JA Alternatives, the fine art of hair replacement. Call now.
List the world's greatest rock guitarists, and Leslie West's name is sure to appear. From the time he and his band Mountain performed at Woodstock in 1969, through the 1970s, when their songs were FM staples, to today, where Mississippi Queen and Nantucket Sleigh Ride are played on every classic rock radio station, West has ascended to the rock and roll pantheon. Along the way, he's played with rock royalty, from The Who to Ozzy Osbourne, and almost everyone else in between.
I got to play with Hendrix. I guess about 12 years ago, we were on tour, and we were opening for Kiss in the place we call the Largo in Maryland. So I see on the big screen in the middle of the floor, a smoke bomb comes hurling towards the stage. And I'm looking at it, and it landed on my shoulder. And my hair caught on fire, and it burnt a really good section of my hair. They stopped the show and put the fire out. I got home. Somebody recommended I go to JA Alternatives. I didn't want to wear a wig, and I've been using them ever since, and thank God for them.
If a man wants to shave his head and he thinks he looks good that way, well, that's his prerogative. But if a man shaves his head because he doesn't think that there are any other choices, well, that's just sad. Let's hear from our younger clients who chose not to shave their heads because they liked the way they looked with hair. They simply needed more of it.
I was in an elevator the other day and I saw a guy with a really, really bad toupee. And I wouldn't even call it a hair replacement. I wish I had a JA card on me to give to him. I wanted to help him feel like I felt. I want to just give JA's card out to a lot of people I see because so many products out there that are nothing like this product. It will blow you away. It was a tough decision for me, but once I walked in the door, it was a no-brainer. It doesn't cost anything to come in. It doesn't cost anything to check it out and see a demo and see it happen in real time, to talk to some of the clients. When you walk into JA, it's a warm place to be. You feel like family.
We're back here with John, and he had some lovely things to say about JA Alternatives, and I want to thank you. I really appreciate that, I do. And he's right, the product is one thing. Our EHKs are absolutely beautiful, but it really is all about the staff and the way we handle hair replacements. Now, when you cut hair this short and you're blending into such fine hair, there's very, very little room for error. It's all about the details, and EHK gives us all of those details built right in. like to talk about our mature clients, not older clients. You know, some people think when you're of a certain age, you no longer care about your appearance. Well, nothing could be further from the truth. After all, 60 is the new 30, and these men like to look their best. They know that hair will help them look younger. Today we're going to be working with Carmine, and I wanted you to take a look at his hair first. We're going to talk a little bit about grays and about blending. What is it that you do for a living?
Truck driver.
You're a truck driver. So he's a rough and ready kind of guy. So that's important to know your clients. But we designed this look for him, and I think it's really great. You know, gray is a very, very unique situation because what most people don't understand is there's many different shades of gray hair. And depending on what your own hair was like, meaning it was dark brown, light brown, reddish, you're going to eventually become gray, and it's always going to be a different color gray on every client. As you can see, we've pretty much just blended this perfectly. We're here with Dave, and Dave has been a client of ours for over 20 years?
22 years.
22 years, well, that says a lot, doesn't it? But what I like best is that Dave is willing to change his hairstyle, update his look. You know, if you have your own growing hair, from time to time, you're gonna change the way you wear your hair. It's important to do that when you have a hair replacement. Let's take a look at Dave's hair. Notice how beautifully it blends, particularly the crown area, as well as how soft we've done his front. Very often clients come to us who had previously purchased hair from other companies, and for one reason or another, they're just not happy, whether it be the service or the product itself.
I was at other places prior to this, and, probably 10 years ago, when all the products that were on the market at the time were big and bulky and very obvious. I ended up seeing your infomercials on TV. And that's when I came knocking on the door about 10 years ago, and I've been an avid client for 10 plus years with JA. I couldn't ask for any better product. The product is by far the best. This worked for me. I mean, it's like night and day. There's no comparison. I mean, the way it's applied to the scalp, the way it feels, it's totally different. It's almost like you're having your own hair on your head. You couldn't ask for anything better.
We are here with Peter, and we're going to talk a little bit about Peter's hairstyle. I happen to like this style very much. It's a classic style. It's a very conservative look. Peter's gray hair is just beautiful. I mean, it really is. We're back with Peter and a completely different style. Now, as you can see, what we've created here is actually a more subtle look. It's a little thinner density, it's a lighter EHK, and of course the gray hair looks really terrific on Peter. We also gave him a little bit more recession and less hair in the front. If you're a client who's bought hair from another company, but for any reason you've been unhappy, whether it be the product or the staff, I'd like you to come into JA Alternatives for a complimentary makeover. Now, I know sometimes that's a little uncomfortable because you might be very accustomed to your technician or maybe the company you're going to. But if you're not getting the results that you're seeing with our models, then you're shortchanging yourself. Come in and take a look at what we can do for you.
EHK looks real. The hair moves naturally. That is the main difference. The feel, the texture, the hairline. You can see into the hairline. It looks as if it's coming right out of your head. Through the years, I've thought about shaving my head, but it really wasn't for me because I prefer the way I look with hair. I like having something that goes, this is who I am.
And we're back with Ty. Let's take a look at the style that we've designed specifically for him. And look at the proportions and look at the shape. The shape of the face has to be taken into consideration. What we've done is something that I think is age appropriate and style appropriate.
One of the most amazing things after walking into JA was that day that I had walked in to transfer from another place was that they actually had put my system on and I'd walked out the same exact day with a brand new system with the confidence that I never had before.
Here we are with Michael. This is called a faux hawk. It's a very trendy style. He's a young guy. We wanted to give him a young look. We're gonna do a famous spin. Take a peek at his side. Very cool profile, okay? He's got great hair. Look at this great thick hair. Take a peek at that crown, huh? Okay, very, very natural. Great long sideburns, really works beautifully with this. What's not to like? When it comes to women with hair loss, they lose their hair for many different reasons. Some of them are medical conditions, like chemotherapy, radiation, or alopecia areata. Now, these are very devastating, very difficult hair loss, and sometimes they're temporary. But what women want most is comfort, and they want to look like themselves again. Well, I'm here to tell you that we understand, and we absolutely can help.
When I started losing my hair in 2002, it was the most devastating thing that's probably ever happened to me. I thought I was dying, and little did I know until later on is that I had a condition called alopecia, and I ended up losing all of my hair. And with that came periods of depression and kind of not wanting to live my life anymore. Thinking back, sometimes I'm like, how did I get through it? It's been some time since all this happened, but I feel kind of like this not having hair is no longer an issue. I get a lot of compliments on my hair, and I kind of feel guilty saying thank you because it's a hair replacement, but you know what? It's my hair. I remember saying to a coworker that if I have to live life as a bald woman, I'm going to be one miserable person. But there is a solution, and that's having hair by Alternatives. The staff is wonderful. I actually look forward to coming into Alternatives because everybody's so wonderful, and I just feel like I'm at home.
It's devastating to lose your hair if you're a man, but especially if you're a woman. And Mary, thank you so much for sharing some of the stories with us. Mary usually chose this hair color, right? You usually wear this hair color?
Yep.
Great. But in a little while, we're going to try something different. You up for it?
Absolutely.
Okay. And we're back with Mary. You have seen her as a brunette and now as a redhead. Mary, what do you think?
Well, after seeing this, I think I'm gonna pick this one over the brunette.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, let's take a look at this hair. It's a modified wedge. I'm gonna turn her around. Look at how silky and beautiful and full this hair is. I just love the highlights in it. JA Alternatives has 6 locations. We have over 120 employees, yet we still service a client one at a time. You know, I've been very blessed throughout my life because I have a career that I absolutely love. It's extremely gratifying. We change people's lives, and we do it one client at a time. And that's a huge responsibility that I've never taken lightly.
If you are suffering with thinning hair or even major hair loss, stay tuned. The next few minutes could change your life. JA Alternatives will transform your hair loss problem into the perfect hair solution. No empty promises, no drugs, no surgery, and no bad toupee clubs. Just all natural, beautiful hair. Finally, a new way to get your hair back and begin feeling like yourself again. One phone call will bring you one step closer to a whole new you. Welcome to a brand new era of technology and artistry. JA Alternatives, the fine art of hair replacement. Call now.